what does a kind of a typical year look like for you in kind of the worlds of training and performance and competition? And then how do you go about preparing for that?
Yeah, so our season, if we do the full season, the first event will be in Moomba Masters. That's
Hmm.
in March, beginning of March. I've chosen to not do that the last couple of years. It's kind of thick into my off season, and I do a lot of cycling and other sports in the winter, and
Hmm.
mentally that is a huge part of my growth and continuation in the sport over the last several years. So
Yeah.
I really value my off season.
Hmm.
Um, you could say my first pro event will be next. It's actually going to be next weekend, so it'll be Memorial Day weekend, which is typically the last weekend in May.
Yeah.
And then our last event could be anywhere from I think October or October, November. November's like really too late for me, and
Hmm.
I go to them, but historically I've failed. So
Yeah, sure.
I think I've already checked out. That's mentally too long for me.
Yeah, sure thing. And so how do you go about kind of splitting up your off season, your pre-season, your in season, and what different types of training do you do in those periods?
Yeah, so the off season I try to have a clear break from water skiing, like
Yeah.
mentally and physically. It's kind of in the past years when I've been deep in the hole of burnout. It's hard to live actually. I don't know if you can see behind me, but I live on a water ski lake.
Yeah.
So I would kind of come into my house and park at the top of the hill and come in the back door. I can't see the lake, and then I'd shut the doors behind me and shut the blinds and everything, so I couldn't see the lake. So I go through periods of just wanting to have a full removal from the sport,
Yeah.
and in that time I try and do lots of other things like cycling or kiteboarding or foiling. Or um, I think it kind of comes back to when you're a kid, you don't want to early specialize,
Hmm.
and I believe as an so then I also don't understand why that's not true for an adult. Like why suddenly you get to be 18, 20 years old and your whole focus is this one thing that you do.
Hmm.
So I've over the last several years, I've really tried to fail often at lots of different activities. And in that process, I've been able to grow and learn about myself. And, it's opened a lot of horizons as far as even what I do on the water. It's changed my whole perspective on things.
Yeah, sure thing. That's really interesting.